The father is a son's first hero and a daughter's first love. The famous basketball player and coach Jim Valvano said, his father gave him the greatest gift someone could give another person by simply believing in him. The role a father plays in the lives of his children has been well documented in popular culture, from Leave It to Beaver and My Wife and Kids, and many more. But how well does art imitate life? In the real world, fatherhood is fraught with ups and downs. Parent-child relationships are complicated, and life's biggest challenges are usually not resolved in 30 minutes or less. And that's where the group DADD, D-A-D-D, comes in. DADD stands for Dedicated, Active, and Devoted Dads, and is an initiative of the Marion County Public Health Department in Indianapolis, Indiana. DADD was created as a way to address infant mortality in the state. According to data from a 2021 study by the CDC, Indiana is among the states with the highest infant mortality rate in the country. Children dying before their first birthday because of unsafe sleep practices is preventable, and that is one of the areas where the DADD program wanted to make a difference through its Fathers Safe Sleep Work Group, saving lives by teaching fathers how to be part of the solution.
Our rate here in Indiana is a baby dying about every 14 hours. That's about 1 to 2 babies a day dies.
By educating fathers on safe sleep practices, DADD makes keeping babies healthy and safe a family affair.
A lot of times, us in healthcare, we focus a lot when we think about children in pediatrics, we focus a lot on mother and child. I think people forget that in that equation that fathers are there. And I think dads, whether it's just kind of the way we're wired or not, we don't make a big fuss about it. We just kind of continue to do the work.
And the DADD group has grown into so much more than just a means to teach safe sleep practices to fathers. Dr. Levi Funches Jr. is an assistant professor at IU School of Medicine. He is board certified in pediatrics and neonatal perinatal medicine, and he oversees the DADD group and its fatherhood programming.
Now I think you see fathers and mothers, there's kind of like not necessarily defined roles. And I think you sort of see some crossover where you have fathers actually participating probably more in what we would define maybe as kind of the nurturing aspect of parenting.
A father's the one that can teach toughness and softness all at the same time. Father's the one that can be there for you emotionally, but still stand against anything physically. It's so important for a father not only to be there, but to be able to show their softness and toughness.
Most important part is let your son know it's okay to be vulnerable. You know, hug your child, cry with them if you have to. If you're hurt, let them see you cry. Because, you know, a son don't see his father vulnerable, he's not gonna wanna be vulnerable. Well, my dad didn't cry, my dad's strong, but like I said, everybody hurts.
A part of the Marion County Health Department, the Fetal Infant Mortality Review Community Action Team works to address Indiana's infant mortality rate, specifically in Marion County. Community members, university and health department leaders, and community organizations with a family focus all volunteer their time to work together to help fathers and male caregivers lower the number of infant sleep-related deaths.
Infant mortality and babies dying before their first birthday, you know, we have the information, we have the data, but really I feel like where the work's really going to be the most effective is talking with people, the community, talking with those who it's impacting.
And this level of engagement and support is desperately needed. The numbers bear out just how difficult navigating fatherhood, work, and maintaining other relationships can be, along with overcoming past trauma. You only have to look inside the group to see the challenges some members are facing and to see how DADD is making a difference.
It's been challenging because I've had a lot of work to do on myself personally, and it's also been challenging as a single father trying to be the nurturer and balance the feminine side with the masculine side for both my son and my daughter. So that's been the biggest challenge.
Comes from loss. Like I said, I lost my daughter, so that opened my eyes a lot. You know, like how quick something can be taken from you. You learn as a man to control your emotions for the meantime, just so that way, like, you can get your son through that hard day or whatever. You never know what's killing you to see him hurt inside. It's just, like I said, the connection.
Having a kid shouldn't be all bad as it seems. Yeah, it's scary, but at the end of the day, you'll be the happiest man alive.
In America right now, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 1 in 4 children is growing up in a home without their father. It's an absence that can lead to all kinds of issues for children, including lower graduation rates and higher rates of behavioral and social emotional issues. That's why offering a number of wraparound resources for fathers who want to show up for their children has been a priority for Indiana University Health for over a decade. Through workshops, interactive sessions, peer-to-peer learning sessions, guest speakers, and educational segments, the DAD Group empowers fathers and men to become advocates for their family's well-being.
We want dads to know that your role is additive, right? It's not just, it's not in deference to mom or mom in deference to dad. It's everybody working together to try to do the best for those babies, the child, and for the community's health.
It'll be easy for me to just say, forget this, forget that, I'm gonna go live my best life, but sacrificing for them is more important than anything I could do on my own. The importance of a role of a father is that we are to be nurturers, providers, protectors, be a role model for these kids, and to sacrifice and put their priorities above ours.
As a professor at a university and as a medical doctor, I think some of the best lessons I've learned in this world I've learned from my parents.
Program organizers listen to how fathers are asking for support and continues to increase engaging classes, workshops, and intimate group sessions as needed. The fathers who are a part of the DAD groups may or may not have had a good experience with their own fathers. But one thing they do have in common is that they all want to have healthy relationships with their children.
When I was a starting out dad, if I didn't have those kind of classes, it would have been a lot more of a challenge, and I would have had a lot of a struggle to just understanding what to recognize in the infancy stage of having children. So, especially when they're, in the crib sleeping. So, just coming here, just learning, participating with the dads, it's a wonderful thing, and it really goes a long way.
It's so important for the community to empower the fathers, because fathers doing things on their own, feeling like they don't have anybody to have their back, it's already stressful enough. But having a support system around you to help you, point you in the right direction, having a community around you, and like they say, it takes a village to raise a child, so having that village is huge.
By engaging fathers in programs that can actually help them make sure their children are safe, healthy, and happy, we make sure the entire family and community are elevated by better outcomes. It's seeing that spark and being that spark plug and protector that motivates this DAD group with a focus on being great fathers. Sleep safety is a big priority, but gun safety is also part of the programming. The group emphasizes ways to prevent accidental death by keeping guns locked up and unloaded, and also teaching children what to do if they ever find a gun inside their home.
First of all, it's important to talk about the safety. So I gave you some information. It's called Eddie Eagle. So you can go online or YouTube, and there's a video, about a 20-minute video that you can play for your children to help them understand some basic, simple principles about gun safety.
Family safety is a big part of the fatherhood discussion because in regularly scheduled dad workshops, it's not uncommon to see moms and even children. While the focus is always on strengthening fathers, Dad understands sometimes that means it's okay for meetings to become family time. nurturing their children while learning how to be better men and better fathers. The men who participate in the DAD programs say that what they've received from these meetings has been powerful, supporting them through some of their greatest challenges. The fathers we spoke with say DAD programming has provided them with invaluable resources and an entire new community to turn to for support.
My way's not perfect. Your way's not perfect. But if we put our ways together, it can be better than it was before. So that's the main thing that it's got, is just giving it's more like a community to be able to go to be able to, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a lot of fathers to be able to figure out how to do this thing. So that's what's really put me on, is being able to talk to other fathers and see how they navigate their kids, and the good and the bad.
While there is still much work to be done, what is obvious to DAD group leaders is that when you holistically support fathers, they feel free to do the hard work and show up for their children. And the results can be seen in real time in homes and in our neighborhoods. Giving fathers information, resources, and a network of other fathers to support them is making our community stronger.
Not throwing in the towel was the hardest thing I ever did, because it's so much easier just to quit. It's so much easier. Not sticking around, not fighting with my kid's mom, not fighting with the courts or whatever. It's easy. But nothing easy was ever worth it. And if nothing worth it was ever easy. And with your kids, everything's worth it for them.
When people say, you don't know what you got till it's gone, you need to cherish every moment. Cherish every moment, because tomorrow's never promised.
The Black American Dad Foundation is an organization whose mission is all about countering the biased perceptions of Black fathers through firsthand accounts. DAD is also countering biased perceptions by giving fathers the tools they need to be the best dads they can be. Armed with that knowledge, fathers show up in a different way in the lives of their children. The perception has changed, so are their families, and ultimately, dads are becoming more powerful and more present. If you're a father who needs support, or know a father who could benefit from the resources available through the DAD program, email us at the information on the screen. DAD, dedicated, active, and devoted dads.